Okay, so since we are all very solid in this thing, let's take some quiz together. Okay, um, I hope we are ready. Just gonna zoom in so that we see it clearly. I hope we can all see this. Okay, so I think there are like how many questions here? There are like 10 questions. Yeah, but we'll see the ones we can do. I'm sure some of them were not in the scope of this learning, but let's see how that goes. So here's the thing, you could answer through the chat box, you could answer, you could unmute and answer. Right, so we'll do this quickly and then we'll get back to the scope of the day. Okay, so basic formulas. The first question is, what is the result of the following formula equal to 10 plus 2 plus 10? 10 plus 2 times 10. So get on your Excel keyboards and give me the answer. Sharp, sharp. Ah, Daniel did not come to play. Happy Mary. Okay, who else, please? I want validations. I remember when we started, was it in the first class we had or the second class where we did something on board mass and yeah, okay. 30, okay. So equal to 10 plus 2 times 10. 30. Good. Did we use calculator or did we use Excel? I hope it's Excel we used, but the whole idea is to use Excel. I think the instruction is please answer the assessment test, selecting the yellow cells and choose number from one. So 30 is number 2. So I'll put number 2 here. Did I show you guys how to use, well, and data validation, we need to have a section on data validation. Maybe, yeah, we'll have it when, oh, great. Okay, Excel is just so broad that you cannot finish learning it and all that. Okay, so we have 2 for this. Our next question. Which of the following functions counts all cells both with numbers and text? Any answers? No, I don't want 4. I don't want numbers. Leave the numbers for me. Give me the answer. Count A. Count A. Benga. Hmm. Please, who else? So everybody's saying count A. Hey, is that your final answer? Final answer, count A. Okay, count A. 4. Alright. Okay. Let us see. Okay, we move to the next question. So we have, yeah, which of the following formulas can combine two strings together? Ah, finger text join, okay. Taiwo, all of the above. Femi, all of the above. What? Look again, no. Concatenate, text join, all of the above. I don't know any function called all of the above. Oh. Okay, I'm going to go for the majority. Any other person giving an answer? One, two, three. So we have the majority with 4 votes on all of the above. So I'd go for 4. Okay, next question. VLOOKUP. I don't know if Mary is going to be like this, then give it a shot. So VLOOKUP, what would be the result of the following formula on table A? This is table A. So if you do VLOOKUP, this, what would be the answer? Okay, I'll just sit back and relax while we get this done. No answers yet. Sharp, 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 sharp. The answers be tripping in. If it's strong, you can put this one strong go on the chat box. Whoa, no answers. No answers. Let me call names. Mr. James, am I expecting an answer from you? Taiwo, okay, they've started coming. Uh-uh. Taiwo says 200. Taiwo, check again. No, cannot fall your hand here. Oh. Femi, 200. Okay, I need one more answer. And prepare to unmute and explain to me how you got it. Explain to us. Okay, so who is ready to explain? Taiwo, tell t tell me how you got it.
Okay,
Mm,
so you are doing VLOOKUP bracket A1 in table A, and then in column 2 you are returning the value, the exact value, and that's 200.
sorry, you said A1 in column A and the value column. I didn't get the last part. Please just come again.
Sir?
Please come again. Come again. Like, yeah.
Okay. VLOOKUP
Mm-hmm.
open bracket A1, because you're looking for
Mm-hmm.
A1, right? Then comma in table A.
Okay.
Okay, and then you are in column 2,
Okay.
and then you are returning the exact match, which is 200. In A1 is 200.
So which of them is column two? This one?
This amount, the amount.
Amount. Okay.
Yeah.
So basically, this is looking for AA1
Yeah.
in this table, starting from the
Yeah.
first. Okay, so look for AA1 here and return the corresponding value in column 2. That is this.
Yeah.
You didn't talk about the zero. So the zero, what does the zero mean?
Zero means like you're returning the exact match, like the exact value that is there.
Okay, thank you so much, Taiwo. Femi, your hands are up. You have an opposition. Please tell me. I want to hear you. Your hand is up. Femi, you raised your hand. Okay, it's no longer up. Must have been an error. Okay, so we'll go for
Okay,
super.
basically, I wanted to just say the exact match, but she has mentioned it. So there's no need.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Okay, don't worry. Next time, next question you answer. Don't worry. Thank you. All right, so we're going for three. Nice. Okay, so count if. Yeah, so this is the next. What is the result of the following formulas? Count if this. Yeah. So count if absolute values. This is a range K 67, so K 70. Good. Yeah. This colon K. Yeah. So answers answers with explanation, not just answers. This is a count if. So try it out at your end. What is the count if function used for? What is the mapping? All right. So when we go for equal the count if, we have the range, we have the criteria. So I want that explanation with your answers. Okay, Femi 3. Sorry, there are two Femis. So Lauren Femi 3. Ah, the Femis are going for 3. Correct. Okay, Benga is getting 0. Okay, Benga is 0. Correct. And it's not even in the options. Maybe we'll put another option, option 5, 0. Just for you, Benga. Okay, so Femi Ajayi, can you explain to us? Let's hear how you got it.
Okay, count ifs. That's we're trying to count the
It's
number
not
of
count if, so it's count if, no S.
okay, count if, yeah, count if
Yeah.
there is a lock on cell.
What does count if do? Let's start from.
Count if, okay, to count if the outcome, the desired outcome is what, that desired outcome good in brackets
So
is
count
what,
based on certain criteria, right?
yeah, certain criteria, yeah.
All right.
So if it turns out good, we have to count the total number of good that we have in that data set.
Okay.
So we're locking in cells K67 to 70. That's absolute referencing. So in all of those cells, if the outcomes are good, you count if. So and when you count, it returns the value 3.
Okay. So you're sure you did not use common sense and you looked, oh, this is good and this is one, two, three. This thing is three. Because that's another way to look at it. He loves. Okay, yeah, so three is good. Yeah, Benga, you're getting zero and show. So what you should do is that you should ensure your cells are aligned in maybe colon K, J, I, or whichever colon. So just use the right cells, whatever you're doing, and do the count ifs, okay? And you will get that. Okay. Alternatively, after this session, you can just have a one-on-one with any of the Femis, and they will show you the ways. That if it's correct, we don't know yet. We're going to check our answers after this. Yeah, so let's go to some ifs. Wow, this is looking thick. Very interesting. Okay, so what is the result of the formula? Sum if this. Let's let's get digging. Wait, what? Okay, yeah. Thought I would see like five answers by now. Where is Mr. James? What is happening? Cecilia, I have not seen your chat. Answers, answers, answers. Okay, Femi says 454. I'm not convinced. I need two other people to convince me. This is Somi for look again. Need to be sure. Okay, one other answer to this question. Anybody? So the question is sum if. So how you do it is you must understand the sum if function. So sum if. So for sum if function, we have the range, the criteria, and the sum range. If we remember our sum if. Okay, Mr. James, I hope you're not on transit. I would want you to explain your answer. So bring it on. How did you get 454? Tell us. No response. Okay. Femi, tell us.
Okay, is it my Femi or another Femi?
Guess your own Femi. It's your Femi that answered.
Okay.
I would have waited for
Um,
Taiwo, but okay, tell me.
okay, we're to sum the total if
Sum the total.
the yeah, well, to sum, as in get a value for the sum total of values from
We shall know sum and total are
the
the same thing, right? But then, sure, like, go on.
okay.
Yeah.
So we have the range and the criteria. The range that we're trying to get the values from is K. That's column K. That's cell K80 to K83. So that's the range. Then the criteria is, oh sorry, the range, exactly, the range is J, while the criteria is good, yes. Then K the K
Is
is
I.
the K is the criteria. No, no, sorry. The K is the criteria range. Yeah, that's the column K, and cell 80 to 80. That's the criteria range. Then the criteria itself is the good. Then also we have the values in that's the value of the
What table?
criteria. Yeah, as J. So you first of all have your I'm
You
mixing
said
it
the
up
value
now.
of
Okay,
criteria. Yeah, I'm like, I'm even confused. I've forgotten.
please don't be confused. Um, the K is your
Okay, let's do it together.
okay,
So in
okay,
the sum if function, so
yeah,
sum if you have range, you have criteria, and you have sum range.
okay,
So the range is the range of the criteria, where you find the criteria. So it's like the criteria range, right? So there are three what do you call it? Three parameters in the sum if. So we have the range, the criteria, and the sum range. That means if we come to this our assessment, this is the range, this is the criteria, and this is the sum range. So what they are saying is, okay, in this range, check for good. And for every good that falls within this range, sum the values, the corresponding values in column J. So it's because column J is the sum range. So it's basically saying sum this, sum colon K, sum colon K80 to K83, right? K80 to K83. If rather sum colon J80 to J83, where K80 to K83 is equal to good. So for every good within the range, sum the corresponding values of yeah, some corresponding values of this guy of yeah, of the amount, and that's actually, so for this good, it sums up to what, 454. So we can, I think we can literally copy this. Okay, yeah, so if we try that, let's see what it gives us. So equal to sum if rather the range is this, where you have the criteria, and I lock it, comma, the next is the criteria. The criteria is good. Remember when we are doing text, we put them double quotes, and then the sum range is this. We lock it and enter, and that gives us our answer. Yes, Femi.
Okay, I see that we're locking the dollar sign. That's absolute referencing here. What's the difference if you don't lock the dollar sign? Does it make any difference for this particular one? Because I know while we're in the class, I don't think we locked that. I don't think we did absolute referencing for this sum if.
Okay.
I think if you
Yes.
still do the normal referencing, it may still, if you just, that's a range, you still take it from K80 to K83, it may still return as desired. So I don't know what's the, um, is there any difference? That's what I'm trying to say here.
Okay, thanks for your question. Good question, actually. Now, yeah, so when we're doing it, I'm sure we picked the whole column. Yes, so K, J, and then we just worked on it. So for this particular case, it would, locking it or not locking it would give us the same values, the same answer. But in a situation where we are working with multiple columns, right? If we had different columns for some ifs and we said and we dragged it, if we do not lock it, if we do not lock it appropriately, it's just gonna shift. It's gonna shift. Okay, if we're dragging it downwards and let me show you the difference. Locking, of course, we know what locking is, right? It keeps it stable. So the point is, yes, it's going to give you the same answer in this context, but where because it's just a one-time calculation, a one-off calculation, but where we had like a table, if you remember how our something, so where we had like a table with different, or maybe we had online purchases and offline purchases, and we did a sum ifs for online purchases, and we wanted to reflect it on online purchases. If we just drag it this other way, it's the formulas, if not locked, are just gonna shift to the next column. So KK will go to LLMM, and it's going to give wrong data, wrong reports. So
Okay.
I hope that helps. Yeah, so we are going to select option one. Any other questions? Okay, I noticed we didn't do that for counts if.
I mean,
So I'll just
what will happen? They might just want snap something like that.
okay. So for this count if, just a quick recap. Equal to count if. So for count if we have the range and the criteria. So that's more straightforward. So for count if, the range the range where you have what you want to count. So it's like saying, oh, in this range, count good. So for every good in this range, I want a count of it. Range and criteria, straightforward. And it gives us 3. So we might just be right. I know we all know these things. It's just refresher, just playing around and every right. Okay, so let's look at the seventh question. How can I keep only unique values in my Excel? So we have transpose function, unique function, sort and filter function, and answers one and two. Okay, answers please. How do we keep unique values in Excel? Table says unique function. Any other person? Okay, two unique functions. I would take that. because she said it's unique functions too. Okay, we shall see. Oh, well done. Good, good, good. Okay, so question 8. What does the following mean? What does the following mean when it appears on a cell? This hash hash hash. I don't know. I'm sure we've experienced this in the course of the learning, right? So what does it mean? 111. So if we're experiencing things without letting me know, I don't remember teaching you this. Good. Not enough space for the cell's content. Okay, okay. If you say so, one. Okay. That's good. Now, um, this other one is this other one is advanced. I don't expect you to answer, but I mean let's try it out. So this is an aspect of Excel called VBA. Excel VBA, and you're talking of macros, and it's not in the scope of this learning. It's actually advanced. So which of the words in declaration? I'll just try. I'll just try. So declaration of variables in VBA. So variables VAR, right? Common sense could tell, oh, VAR. Yeah, so I'll just go for one. And yeah. Okay. So this is for
Sorry,
everybody.
sorry. So
Okay. Yes,
sorry,
yes, sir.
I didn't get the last this last.
This no no it's actually not for you to get, to be honest. It's Excel VBA. We didn't cover that here. And yeah, it's not in the scope of this, so I don't expect you to answer. I'm just saying, last, if you encounter an exam like this where they ask the question and you're like, oh, I don't know this, you could just use common sense. Declarations of variables, right? And you see variables spelled VARIBLE, and then you see VAR. This is like a good option to go for. Nearest or best fit, nearest match, or so. Yeah. Okay, so finally, I would really love to see the response from everybody on this one, on the chats. Please rate your level of confidence in Excel functions on the scale of 1 to 4. I am a beginner. I know some formulas. I know many functions. I am an expert. Bring it on. Please don't be too humble. Just tell me. Okay. Wait, everybody here is two, two, two. What's no four? Please, someone give me a four. Correct. Mr. Chibeze, you're doing well. Another four, please. Where is Taiwo? Taiwo four. Oh yeah. All right. Yeah. So it's okay to say I know some. Well, I mean, you know yourself. Excel is very broad, and you keep discovering new things every day, how to manipulate stuff. I mean, and it's quite an interesting tool. You play around it, you use it more often, and you get a better grips on it. Yes, so I'm sure any answer here will be correct. So since majority said two, I'll just give it a two. Okay, so well done, everybody. Let us see what we scored. Um Oops. Okay, so let me zoom in. Okay, yeah, so here we have our scores, and yeah, and yeah, yeah, I think I made us fail in the class. Apparently, the correct answer for this was dimension, DIM, for this one, not VAR. So yeah, see, I just learned that so I wouldn't fumble again. Okay, so there's some feedback, and yeah, I'd already manipulated the results, right? And also for everybody, nice work. You're probably a senior user. It is about time to move forward to Excel advanced tools such as Power Query and VBA. So it's something for y'all to look up to, um, getting into this at some point when you feel strong in Excel. So well done, everybody. I am very impressed at the collaboration. Oh, wanted to see the scores, the results. Yeah. Okay, any questions before we move on? We still have a lot of things to do today. Like today we are doing a whole lot. So good job again. We are done with this. Now, I'm sure we still have the data. Do we still have the data from last class? So it's the same. So we have, I think I'm saying so many souls. We have the user vote, the US voters, and we have the San Francisco salaries to deal with, right? So let's start from the US voters. Please, I just want some notification just to be sure. Do we all have these data sets? Let me just have few responses on yes or no on the chat so that because we have we have more work to do. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Um, okay, great, beautiful. We all have it. So our next task is um, okay. I want to show us something before we do a task. Now, I had tried to show us this, but we're overwhelmed at the initials. Yeah, of course we know how to summarize data and all that by now. It's how to put this data in pivot tables and all that. So um, in pivot table, so when we have our data sets like this, we can categorize them into two. We one is dimensions, and the other part measures. Okay. Now, what does this mean? Dimensions are like the subject matters. They're like the parameters we want to expound on. And then the measures are like the calculations, what we use for the calculations. So, put in simpler terms, the dimensions go into the rows, the columns, the filters, and then the what do you call it? The measures go into the values, that kind of thing. I hope that's clear. Can we have today's study material? Oh, sure, yeah. I would share the material after the class. Okay. So for this, the dimensions we have. for example, states, age, and then for the measures, we have all those that have values and calculations. If we go to our other sales data, our sales to data, okay, let's look at the pivots. Yeah, it could help. Where we have products. Product is like a dimension. Customer is like a dimension. I'm sure this was not, this was size, right? Something size. Let me see from here. Yeah, this was the deal size. Yeah, and all that. So these are the dimensions and the sums and all that, and the counts. They are the um yeah, the measures. Okay, just wanted to get that. Okay, that's just that. Just putting some nomenclature to things. Yeah, let's look at this data. Remember, when you see a data set, you want to go through it and understand it, right? And yeah. So quickly, we have states. So this is a data set of US voters in 2012. We have the states, Alabama. We have the age. This is like an age range data set, colon. Then we have total population in the states. We have citizen population. We have registered voters population, and then we have confirmed voters. So just to put this into context and understand it better, total population in the states, let's say okay, this is an age range from 18 to 24. The total population of people in Alabama within this age range are 439,000 total population. Now, of this total population, we have 428,000 who are citizens. Okay? Now, still of this population, we have registered voters 212,000, and then confirmed voters 155,000. What does this mean? Okay, so typically it's only citizens that can vote, right? And so of the total population of 439,000 within this age range in the state Alabama, just 428,000 were eligible to vote because they are citizens and only citizens can vote. So that will tell you that 439 minus 428, that should be about 11,000 voter, 11,000 of the population were not citizens, so they were not eligible to vote. Now, of those citizens that were eligible to vote, 212,000 of them registered for voter. That means they got their PVC. Let me break it down that way. So they registered to vote. Now, of the 212,000 that registered to vote, 155,000 were confirmed voters voted. So 212,000 got their PVC, 115,000 voted. Okay? Yeah, just straight. So we see that all these other subsets, like the citizen population, registered voters, confirmed voters, all make up the total population. They're all incorporated into they're just subsets of the total population, right? So we can, there's a whole lot of insight we can get from here. Now we all know how to put a pivot table. So click on anywhere in the data set, go to insert, Click on pivot table and okay. Yes, I said I was going to show you put data models. Data model today. Oh, but then maybe I'll just shift it to next class so that we don't lose our train of thought. So I'd call this US voters pivots. Like I'll just show you something and we'll just get on with the tasks we have to do. You already know how to create pivots. I'm not showing you how to create pivots. I just want to show you. So I want to show us something called calculated fields in pivot tables. Okay, calculated fields is the subject matter for today. So for our pivots, I would put the states. As a matter of fact, I'll just put, let me work with the age range. No, I'll take away the states since it's fewer values. I just want us to understand. And I'll put total population and I'll put citizen population. Okay, so sum of total population, sum of citizen population. Let me just change the format. I'd like to see data organized, so this should bring, okay. So we have this, I'll just call this age. Yeah. So from here we could see this is for the whole states, of course, for the whole country, US. Total population and citizen population, right? Now, what if we want to know what percentage of the total populations are citizens? Of course, if I take this, let me paste this somewhere here, paste as values. Okay, so we have this here, the total population, and then we have sum of citizens. Let me just clear this. Okay. Um, we want to find what percentage of the total population is the number is the citizen population. That means what percentage of citizens make up the total population. So this is simple arithmetics. This the citizens divided by this times 100, right?